Yo, what's going on, fellas? Happy Wednesday morning to you. That's right, it's the Hump Day edition here of Winning Bets, where we get to talk some sports and talk some sports betting along the way. And we'll also do the MLB preview live at 11 a.m. Eastern on the Payoff pitch, of course. But how do we kick off every single show? We get to remember the highs and lows of every single day. Let's go ahead and jump on into that, where we do get to go ahead and ring that cash register yesterday. As you can see right there, 5 and 1.5, 5 and 2, however the hell you want to call it plus 3.61 units. Absolutely love to see that right there. Hit that like button if you're a part of that cash. Hit that like button if you're a part of that plus 3.61 units. It all started off with the cash cow, Zach Greinke, under 1.5 walks. And I mean, we're thankful the books are going to go ahead and give us that bet at under 1.5 walks. But to be honest, why? Why? When it went away or when it dropped to over under 0.5, completely justified, hated it, but understood it, because all the guy does is stay under 1.5 walks. He stayed under 1.5 walks in all but one start. He did to us like he always does to us, though. Why does he got to walk a guy in the first inning? Like, he always gets us on the hook in the first inning. Then he just does what he does. The guy knows, he's been around the league, he has to throw strikes. And also, what happened last night, which is what happens in all of his starts, which is another reason why you can give yourself confidence in playing this game, or playing that bet, is he never lasts long in the game. What was it, 5 innings pitch, and was it either 72 or 78 pitches thrown? But you knew after he got through those 5 innings, when you looked at the lineup that was up for the Cardinals in the 6th inning, it was batters 1, 2, 3. No effing chance he was going to come out for that 16. The way they babied his ass all season long, and you're coming up and facing the top of the order there for the Cardinals, you knew it. And, of course, they bring in Carlos Hernandez, which is their flamethrower coming out of the bullpen, which is the right call. Didn't end up working out. He ends up giving a run, and they end up losing the game 2-1. But absolutely the right call, because you know how Zach Greinke's numbers are, third time through the lineup, into the 6th inning. So, boy, love it when the cash cow. You knew yesterday was going to be that goddamn good. When you woke up out of bed and you saw yourself a Zach Greinke line of 1.5, you said, oh, yeah, today's going to be good. The books are handing out free money, and I'm going to go get some of that free money and then take a lot of their other money, and that's exactly what we did. What about Tyler Anderson under 4.5 Ks? Talked about that one, obviously, on the Payoff. Talked about how the White Sox weren't like crushing left-handers, but they were decent, but it's generally one of their strengths. So you think it's going to maybe show up, but also Tyler Anderson just doesn't throw strikes. We finished the game with 3 Ks, didn't even get us on the hook, and hell, he only lasted 4 innings because he got absolutely rocked by that White Sox team. So love to see that one right there. We were tripped up by one of our player props, Bryce Elder, over 4.5 Ks. He was right there. He was on the hook. At plus 114, you're on the hook. Obviously, several 2-strike counts. I mean, whether you take it over and under, these guys are always, 2-strike counts. So, I mean, he was there. He was there. He pitched the hell of a game. He went 7.1 innings. He goes 7.1 innings pitch, and he doesn't get 6 strikeouts. A touch of a shocker, just obviously given, the A's struggles, poor batting average, really high strikeout rate versus right-handers. But I'm not bad about that play, whatever. Tons of chances to cash. It just didn't quite cash. Sorry, my throat. Boy, we've been sick in our house. Shit, my wife has been sick for over a month. Feels like I've been sick for a couple weeks. So, what it is. Let's get back to talking about some of those great wins. How about Marlins F5 money line? How about nailing that goddamn analysis? Because you guys remember on the Payoff pitch, Hockey Squirrel was on the Marlins full game money line. What did I say? Squirrel, you don't want that Marlins bullpen, man. Pay a little bit more. He paid minus 135 for the full game money line. I said pay a little bit more. Do that F5 money line at minus 145 and avoid that shitty-ass Marlins bullpen. Marlins bullpen came in and screwed that bet up, but we got a good cash because that Marlins F5 money line hit. 3-2. Love to see that right there. We also hit the Yankees on that money line as our dog of the day on the Payoff pitch comes through. Easy. People kept telling me on TikTok Live and telling me on TikTok, where I also use this same pick to streak $85,000. Oh, Logan Gilbert. They rocked his ass twice last season. They rocked his ass again last night, sent him packing. What, did he make a 3-4 innings, whatever it was? They jumped all over him. And Nestor Cortez, predictable up against a sorry Mariners team versus left-handers. He did his job, and of course Boone went ahead and gave him the hook when he runs into trouble. So love that one right there. How about a plus 160 dog with those Cincinnati Reds coming through against the Boston Red Sox? How about the most sweatiest and easiest cash you've ever seen? Grace out to an 8-0 lead. What was that, 8-0, like the 6th inning? Shit, I'm just sitting back. Said, hell yeah. I give out a dog at plus 160, and they're up 8-0. Then you start to watch the Red Sox claw back. Now it's 8-3, but the Reds add on another one in the 8th inning, make it 9-3. So, okay, big enough lead. The Reds don't use their high leverage guys or as their closer. They bring in, what was his name? Was it Salazar? I'm sitting there watching ESPN Gamecast. I'm watching the bottom of the 9th inning on the Gamecast. I'm watching dude get a hit, dude get a hit, dude get a hit, dude score a run, dude score a run. I'm literally screaming at my phone saying, pull the guy, pull Salazar. Like, I'm sitting here starting to sweat. I go into the 9th inning up 6 runs, and all of a sudden I've got sweat coming down my face because the manager wants to leave Salazar in the game. What the hell are you doing? Go get your closer. Go get your guy. Well, thankfully, he did go get him. Thought it was going to be a little too late, but no, it wasn't a little bit too late. Got a ground ball and then gets a game-ending strikeout as we win the game 9-8. How about easy cash turned into sweaty? That would have been painful. Quite frankly, that would have been absolutely painful to go ahead and lose that game, but love to see that right there. Good Twins bullpen, or good Reds bullpen that we talk about. You just got to get to their high leverage guys. Can't be rolling out the slappies in a mop up duty when you're in a 6-run lead. So thankfully that one came through for us. We were tripped up for that Braves where you put a half a unit. Thankfully we only did a half a unit on them to score in the first inning. That one was a little bit of not a bad beat, but I don't know if you guys follow the back score, but I actually watched that first inning. And Acuna draws a walk to start off the game, so you love to see that right there. But then he gets picked off first, which is a heartbreaker because the next guy, Matt Olson, gets a single. So you'd have gone runner on first and second, no out, to, unfortunately, you don't get that. And while you do get the next batter to get a single in Olson, then you get a double play. You could still get the double play, but now you would have Acuna on third base with 2 out. Not a guarantee that he comes in, but obviously a base knock is going to go ahead and drive him in. So that one, it's really unfortunate, Acuna. I mean, that could be a completely different inning, obviously, if you got runner on first and second, no out. But that's the way she goes sometimes. But it didn't dampen our night. It put a little bit of maybe a little bit of a blow in there. But no, it did not dampen that night. A nice 5-2 day and plus 3.61 units. Love to see that right there. Now positive on the week, obviously, recovering from Monday's 4-4 day where we were juiced out a little bit. And hey, we did some arbitrage. We didn't make any arbitrage money. We made a parlay. Remember my 2 favorite leans on the payoff pitch yesterday? Brewers F5 team total. Unfortunately, that was going to be a real play, but it got too juicy, so couldn't make it a real play. And then Mariners F5 team total. That line changed from 2.5 to 1.5, but you could still find a really juicy line of 2.5 over a points bet. Put those two together in a parlay, and that's how you go from about $7 to about $23, and we'll look to make another parlay today. You also get on BetMGM. They've been giving out free bets every Wednesday. We don't know if that's going to come, but we'll certainly be on the lookout for a free bet on BetMGM. So a nice solid day, and glad to see that you guys were a part of it. Let's hop on into that comment section, see how you guys are enjoying your Wednesday hump day, and then let's talk some Roma versus Sevilla, because I've been hit up a lot my opinion on Sevilla versus Roma. So let's see what you guys are up to, and then let's talk some Europa League final today. Cash, is there anything greater, Corey, than the cash cow? I mean, still don't know why the books gave us that, because of the Cardinals have this great offense. How many Cardinals F5 team totals have we taken this year? Not many. That's been a shit T offense all season long, has that Cardinals. Yeah, of course, they've got moments where they shine, but all in all, they've been shitty. So the sports books think Zach Greinke's going to walk some Cardinals? No. Love the cash cow coming through for us. What's up? Good morning, Tyler. You got horrible service. Try to make it. You're in, man. Yes, your service is good enough. Your comment showed up, so love to see it, my man. Hopefully you're doing well on this great Wednesday. You got a boost. Oh, you used the boost on Greinke. Oh, you pulled it to even odds. You guys have seen that DraftKings was giving out 50% profit boosts every day. I can no longer make those part of my plays. Like normally I would boost something and I would say, Zach Greinke, it's no longer minus 150. It's even money like Corey did. but I'm getting $10 maxes. I've been limited on DK for a lot of bets. They are pretty pissed, and it all comes back to that Tigers F5 team total at even money up against Jordan Montgomery and the Cardinals on Friday night. A good 5-unit cash. I told you guys I had way more than 5 units on that play. At DraftKings is still pissed, so I used to get the $50 maxes. Now I only get $10 maxes, so I've got to arbitrage all of them. But I'm glad to see that you were able to use it, and what better player to use it on the cash cow? You damn right, Corey. Love to see that right there. Love to see that. It's hump day, baby. Hump day, Brian. Hope you're doing well. What did his live line do after his first walk? I don't know. But it's crazy how he always puts us on the hook in the first inning. I don't know. It's a good question. I still hammer the under. I don't give a shit if I would have looked. That's a nice little question. Yeah, that was a nice hit on that free roll. Brewers and Mariners. 2 teams. I can't hit left-handers worth shit. Kikuchi on the mound. Cortez on the mound. 2 teams can't hit left-handers. Brewers were worse. They already won 14 versus left-handers. Now they got 2 runs in the first inning, and then Kikuchi settled down. Didn't give up anything. And then Cortez was just on his game for the most part. Braves suck. Yeah, Ryan, what's going on with the Braves? What's going on? I mean, I guess at the end of the day, that's why you don't play big money line favorites in really any sport. I mean, we all know anything can happen, but from a stats perspective, Ryan, I hear you, man. Braves should win the goddamn game. Braves should win the game, but I don't know. Scuffling a little bit. What, they got 1 run last night. They got 2 runs, I think, the night before when they lost 7-2. Scuffling. I hear you, man. I hear you. That one's, a little bit of a head scratcher. Morning, Tim. Morning, my man. All right. Man, let me get a sip here. Europa League final. Everybody's asking me, how are we betting it? Roma versus Sevilla. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but when you saw Roma versus Sevilla, did you just think under 2.5? Like, how quick did under 2.5 just snap into your brain? I was like, all right, well, that match is going under. And that's a match where I don't even think I'm really all that concerned with the 2-1 finish. I really, you're on an under 2.5. A 2-1 finish is always within the. I don't know if a 2-1 finish is in the cards. That's how much under 2.5 is in this match. So I was like, all right, you guys were asking me last night. I kind of had forgotten about the final. So then I started to dig into the prices. I go look up under 2.5 goals. It's minus 240. Minus 240 for under 2.5. This game is going under 2.5 goals. You could book it. But you know what? If you want to bet it, draw looks pretty goddamn good. I'd bet the draw. I bet this goes to extra time. I also like under 9.5 corners. This feels like a game that's played in the middle of the pitch, and you may get in the opponent's defensive third, but you don't have all these great chances because both of these managers, both of these teams are just so damn good at defending that I don't even think you're going to get a lot of corners. So I like under 9.5 corners. It's minus 140. So I don't really like betting corners to begin with. And I'm sure as hell not going to bet it at minus 140, but obviously I see it under in that game. I like draw. Give me unders and corners. If people have been asking me, is Roma going to win? I've been getting more, is Roma going to win? Is Sevilla going to win questions? I mean, look at the odds. It's plus 185 to plus 175. It's basically a coin flip. And it feels like a coin flip. It's an under game. You get a goddamn goal, and you just hold on for dear life. You know that's what Jose Mourinho is going to do. You know that's what Jose is going to do. Bag an early goal, or not an early goal, but get a goal and just pack it in. And we know how difficult that is. And Sevilla runs the exact same blueprint. They've been running that blueprint for years. They're the Europa League kings. You want to go up against the Europa League kings in Sevilla? Go look them up. I would think in the last decade, they've probably won 4 of these goddamn titles. Actually, let me go look that up. I'm curious. Europa League winners. I bet in the last 10 years, they've probably taken 4 of these damn titles. Let's go look. Scroll down through here. So, it was Villarreal last year that beat United, not Sevilla. Okay, but Sevilla won in 2019 when they beat Inter Milan. Sevilla won in 2015 when they beat Liverpool. Sevilla won in 2014 when they beat some team from Ukraine. That's a little shocker. They won that. Yeah, that's when they won 3 in a row. I do remember that. Then they beat Benfica in 2013. I mean, they're like the Europa League. Unai Emery. Yeah, that's back in the Unai Emery days. They're like the Europa League. Like just they're the guys in the Europa League. So yeah, no. You know, I don't know. That's an unders game, man. That is an unders game too. If you've ever seen an unders, that is an absolute unders. So, yeah. Sportsbooks put it at minus. Actually, what's the live line now? It was at minus 240 last night. Let's see what the under is now. Oh, just minus 255. Everybody's still hammering the under. Nobody gives a shit that they're charging you minus 240. They just keep hammering that under. That was minus 250. I can't bet it, guys. I can't bet it. If you want to take a stab at the draw, under on corners. Yeah, they make that one. It's price-wise, they made that one pretty daggone tough to bet, and I bet it's still going to hit. So I can't do it though, fellas. But that's how I see the Europa League on final. Probably won't even watch it because if I'm on an under, I'm not expecting that much action, and definitely with these two clubs, just with how they're going to set up, how they play, it's going to be like right in the middle of the pitch. That was a boring ass match. I don't know if I can bring myself to watching that one. So. All right, so that's it, fellas. That's it. Now we hang back to a payoff pitch. We got about 3 or so minutes. There is no Hockey Squirrel today, but we will wait till 11 o'clock just to go ahead and start it because, people are obviously used to the show starting at 11. So we'll obviously give it a couple minutes. But, yeah, no Hockey Squirrel today. He hit me up this morning. His computer actually died. Blue screen of death. So he's going to go get himself a new computer and get that resolved. So that's why he won't be joining us today. I've already tweeted out, I think, 1 play on Twitter. I got a few more to add to it, of course, on the payoff pitch. So, yeah, look forward to, obviously, having a good time with you guys. Wednesday. What's up, fellas? Didn't yesterday feel damn good? It felt like one of those days was coming. Obviously, Bryce Elder, if he hits one more K, you get, a really stinking nice day up out of him. I think it would have been up over 5 units if you get him, because then you don't have to subtract the unit and you get to add 1.14 units. So yeah, it would have been really good, but I'm not complaining one bit. 3.61 units. Yeah, that was a good day. Let's see if we can't do that again today. That was a lot of fun, fellas. A lot of fun. All right, let me throw up the splash screen. We'll wait 2 minutes, then let's talk some baseball. And while we wait, drop in a comment. Let me know what some of your best bets are on today's. Let me know what your best underdog is today. Let me know what your favorite parlay of the day is. Drop it in the comment section. We'll come on back with you guys in a couple minutes. Yo, what's going on, fellas? Welcome on into the Hump Day edition here of the Payoff Pitch, live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, breaking down today's MLB slate, powered by Bet Openly. There's a link down in this video description. If you haven't checked them out yet, please encourage you to go over there and do that. You win more and lose less with Bet Openly, peer-to-peer. That's how you're able to win and lose less over on Bet Openly. So check them out. I'm riding solo today. The Hockey Squirrel has got some personal things he needs to go ahead and take care of, so that's just going to be myself. Obviously, do give him a follow on Twitter. I'm sure he'll be tweeting out some plays, throughout the course of the day, much like, he always does if you're interested in his plays. So excited to talk about today's MLB slate with you guys. Excited to keep the good times rolling after yesterday. Who cashed that Greinke under 1.5 walks yesterday? The cash cow. The cash cow. I hope you enjoyed that because I don't know who he plays in 5 days, but you're probably not going to see that line again. I don't know why it showed up yesterday. We were given a little bit of a gift there from the sports books, but don't expect that again. So love to see that right there. All right, with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump on into today's action. We, of course, call it around the bases there in the second inning. I'd like to take a couple games and break them down. Of course, give you guys some bets along the way. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and kick it off with the Red Sox and the Reds. I'm going to go ahead and back the Reds today again, and obviously they came through for us yesterday. They were one of our two dog of the days yesterday. They certainly made it sweaty there at the end, but they came through. I don't know if it's quite going to be a dog today. They still have the advantages that they have yesterday, but maybe more people are on those advantages because remember yesterday we got it at plus 160. Well, today it's about plus 135. The advantages aren't quite as good, but again, the public maybe has gotten onto it and it's kind of ruined that price. But I just want to pluck out the Reds here. I just think they're going to keep it rolling on offense. I like their FI team total. They're only asking you to get over 1.5 runs. I like everything about what they're doing against left-handers. Look, this is a team that's got the number one batting average versus left-handers. They're hitting .383. They've got the number one on-base percentage versus left-handers at .438. They're fourth in slugging versus left-handers at .600, second in OPS at 1,038, and they're third in weighted runs created at plus 174. And the average is 100. So they're at plus 174 with an average of 100. So this is a team that's absolutely crushing left-handers. Remember, we talked about this on Friday when they were going up against Justin Steele. Justin Steele's pretty damn good. The numbers were there that suggest they could have themselves a nice day, but I thought with Justin Steele, maybe he could, offset it just because he's really good. And they absolutely rocked him because the team is doing really good. They've got a great walk rate right now at 15.3%. I mean, that is absolutely phenomenal with the free passes that they're able to draw. And their walk rate's at 9.2. My apologies. The walk rate's at 9.2. It's their strikeout that's at 15.3. A phenomenal strikeout rate at 15.3. You add with that a 9.2 walk rate. Love everything about that. Then you look at Jane Paxton. He's on the mound there for the Red Sox today. He's allowed 2+ walks in 2 of his 3 starts. He's allowed a home run in every single start. He's allowed 2 of his 3 opponents to go over 1.5 in their F5 team total. And again, a team that's phenomenal versus left-handers. If they were able to do what they were able to do up against Justin Steele, I see no problem with Paxton. He's walking too many. He's given up too many hits. Just playing right into everything about this Red strength, right? I can hit the ball, I can draw walks, and I'm not striking out. How can you not like it? This offense is absolutely hot. Of course, that's one of the angles we like around here is to ride an offense while they're hot. So look to back those Reds today. We'll talk about it, of course, on Rapid Fire, but I also just mentioned it. I mean, if I'm betting that, I'm betting the Reds again today. They still got the bullpen advantage. They've got the hitting advantage. Starter, who was that Red starter now? I've focused so much on fading James Paxton. It was Luke Weaver. Actually coming off a nice start, I believe it was against the Cardinals. I think that was him and the Michaelis start, if I recall, and they both went like 7 innings shutout ball. But, yeah, if I'm betting it, give me the Reds money line, but not as much value as it was yesterday when we got it at plus 160. So I'll just focus on that Reds offense right there. Let's flip it over now to another game, and let's focus on another left-hander on the mound. Let's talk about this Nationals taking on the Dodgers. I'm going to do the Dodgers F5 team total, and it's at 3.5 runs at plus 110. So, one of the higher totals you're going to see generally throughout the season. But a Dodgers team that is doing excellent excellent versus left-handers. They've got the second best batting average at 358. They're fifth in on base at 390. First in slugging at 672. Like that right there. Because what does Patrick Corbin do? He gives you meatballs right down the middle of the plate. And I like to find teams that can just smash it. Well, nobody's better right now at 672. First in OPS, then obviously those kind of correlate. It's at 1,061. And second in the weighted runs created at plus 180. At plus 180 in the weighted runs created. So, and the Dodgers actually went up against Patrick Corbin last year. 0.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 earned runs. I mean, I don't think he's going to get rocked like that again today. Sign me up for it. I'll take a good first inning, good plus money cash. But to Patrick Corbin's credit, he is certainly, pitching better as of late. We've actually, when we've been doing our weekly recaps, it's probably been 2 or 3 where we had him in the notable losses. And obviously he burned us last week by going up over 18.5 outs. Brutal loss right there. Don't feel like remembering that one, quite frankly. But I thought about maybe not playing this, right? Because Patrick Corbin is, his standards, I hate when you throw that caveat out there, but his standards, he is on a nice little bit of roll. But you know what? I sit in this chair every day and I try and predict when guys are going to fail and when guys are going to succeed. You got Corbin who's giving up meatballs. This Dodgers team that is crushing left-handers, rocked his sorry ass last year. I'm on it. And Patrick Corbin, even though, runs, he's not been giving up runs, don't fool yourself. He's not having this better season because his opponent's batting average is 290. Opponent's batting average is 290, and his K per 9 is 5.7. So he's not missing any bats. He's just getting, the timely out. That's all he's getting. Well, give me this Dodgers team, crushing left-handers. It's a lot of runs. We're getting it at plus money. I'm going to go ahead and take a stab that this Dodgers team could stay hot. You've seen what they've done the last couple nights, getting 9 runs, hitting 3 home runs last night. They beat the Nationals the night before that, 6-1. All right, sign me up for an over 3.5 in the F5 for that Dodgers team total at a good plus money price. All right, let's shut up and pitch now. We like to give you guys some pitching props here in this section. Let's talk Hunter Brown here of the Houston Astros. This one, we kind of get a little bit of a conflicting information, but I still think I do lean the under here with Hunter Brown of under 7.5 Ks. He's gone under in 6 of his 10 starts so far this season. By the way, this one is juicy at minus 155, so I'm personally not going to play it. Too much juice, but it's nice. The conflicting information is Twins K an effing ton at 33.9%. Have we given out a number that high yet on the show this season? 33.9%. They don't hit right-handers at 230. That's god-awful. But he did face the Hunter Brown faced these Twins back in April. He went 7 innings strong. He only got 7 Ks, so you would have gotten the cash. So an outing in which my man dominated over 7 innings, only got 7 Ks. You'd like to think that hitter familiarity, even though they strike out at 33.9%, you like to think that hitter familiarity is going to kick because Hunter Brown's relatively new to this scene, right? So I could see why, he had that great success first time go around back in April. You could also maybe pivot to over 17.5 outs. I kind of like that one better. It's at minus 120. That also hit, obviously, back in April when he went 7 innings. But that one's only hitting 5 of his 10 starts, where the strikeout is hitting 6 of 10. Overall, I think there's something to be played there with Hunter Brown. I don't know if it's going to quite get my money. You can wait until the end of the show and find out. But I do think it's a good little angle there with Hunter Brown on the mound against the Minnesota Twins. You also got Noah Syndergaard in action. He's going up against the Nationals. We kind of just talked about Patrick Corbin, but now we get to talk about the other side here, Noah Syndergaard, under 3.5 Ks at minus 110. It's cashed in 5 of his 9 starts, and the Nationals, we've played this angle several times this season already. Just take the opposing pitcher against the Nationals and take the under. Their K percentage is 16%. 16%. That is absolutely phenomenal. They've cooled off on hitting. They're only hitting 253 right now versus right-handers, where yesterday we were sitting here and they were hitting 280. That's why you move the bar over every day when you handicap baseball, because the ebbs and flows. Well, they've regressed a little bit, but they're still not striking out at 16%. It's a low number at 3.5, but again, he stayed under in 5 of 9. Perhaps you look at Noah Syndergaard today to go under 3.5 Ks. It's basically even money. So that's, that kind of gets me excited, right? If I'm going to play one of these two, I'm definitely going to play Syndergaard as opposed to Hunter Brown, because I'm getting about even money on Noah Syndergaard. So All right, there you have it right there. And there's always the chase that he can get rocked early, guys steal bases. All that narrative kind of comes into play with Syndergaard, which naturally is going to help you on an under. All right, fourth inning long shots have been picking up steam in this category and really shined yesterday in this one. Gave you guys 2 dogs yesterday, and both of them came through. Yankees on the money line against the Mariners, and then the Reds were able to knock off the Boston Red Sox at a good plus 160 price. So let's see what we can do today. Not as many good dogs. I always hate when Squirrel's unable to join us. I love, hearing his projections and the discrepancy he's got between the books. And, obviously then I like this section here that he provides money line and who he likes. But I didn't think there was a lot of good dogs. All right, well, I'm curious what he says, but we obviously don't have him, so we'll just quit blabbing about that. I like the Yankees money line again today. Why would you not like the Yankees money line again today? It's not as good as yesterday because the Mariners aren't going up against the left-handers. And remember yesterday they were hitting 218 versus left-handers. They're going today up against a right-hander and Clark Schmidt. Their batting average goes up to about 239 versus right-handers. But the Yankees batting average is way better versus right-handers. We saw it in action yesterday against Logan Gilbert. They're taking on George Kirby today. So you still get the hitting advantages, not quite as big. You still get the same massive bullpen advantages. And a bullpen that, while Nestor Cortez only went 5 innings yesterday, they only had to use one of their high leverage guys in Michael King. The other guy that came in was, the game was over. It was an 8-run lead, and it was kind of like the guy there for the Reds, Salazar. He's just kind of come up in mop-up duty. Well, this guy actually did the job in mop-up duty and really saved the Yankees bullpen, but preserved the Yankees bullpen. Made it so they still have Peralta today. Made it so they still have what the hell is that other guy's name is? Whatever the hell that guy's name is. I'm slipping on me right now. But anyways, other than Michael King, he's going to be down because he threw 2 innings yesterday. They still have all their high leverage guys ready to go in this game. So I still like it. From a starter's perspective, Clark Schmidt up against George Kirby, no advantage to either guy. Either guy can, just no advantage. What's going to be the advantage is you're going to get the nice hitting advantage, and then when it's bullpen, it's bullpen. Yankees have an outstanding bullpen, top 3. We talked about it yesterday. So, all right, I don't even have an honorable mention today for a dog of the day. That's how I just didn't think there was a lot of great dogs. And the reason it changes every day is, remember, because of the handiness, right? You may have dogs yesterday, but now the handiness changes. So that's why you can have these swings and how many dogs you like on a daily basis. So I really only like one. It's the Yankees. What is let me get a check here of what the price is. I'm curious about adding it to the card. It's not quite on the card yet, but I'm curious to see what the public can do if they're going to help me out. It's at plus 120. I love it. Because when I looked about an hour ago, it was at plus 115. So people are hopping on the Mariners. Shit, I may wait. I don't think there's a big rush to add that. So, all right. And then obviously that may not even be the best price. That's just looking at one random book. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on Twitter lately. I won't reveal that bet on the end of the show. But just keep an eye on Yankees money line. Same advantages as yesterday, basically. So sign me up for another one. All right, let's do 5th inning. Let's do keep swinging. And who is swinging still on MLB Beat the Streak for $5.6 million? Who got themselves a couple wins yesterday? Did you do Ketel Marte with me yesterday? And I also said he was going to be on TikTok Live. People were asking me, who can you predict to hit a home run? I threw out Marte. I thought he was the greatest guy. First inning cash if you took him to hit a home run. So, all right, today we're going to go ahead and do Trey Turner. 6 for 8 up against Carlos Carrasco. 3 doubles, and what I really like is 0 Ks. Love that. 0 Ks and 6 at-bats, and got 6 hits in those 8 at-bats. So love that right there. What about Christian Walker? There for the Arizona Diamondbacks, he's 4 for 11 off Lamet with 2 doubles and a home run. Like that. Shohei Ohtani, he's had Lance's Lynn's number over his career. He's 8 for 18. 7 singles, a home run. How about only 3 Ks? So not bad right there. And then in Miguel Rojas, there of the Los Angeles Dodgers, he's 15 for 35 against Patrick Corbin. 15 for 35 against Patrick Corbin. He's got 2 doubles and 3 home runs. And listen to this. And 35 at-bats against Corbin, he's only got 1 K. He's going to hit the damn ball today. Obviously, hopefully it falls in the green grass and gets him gets him a hit. But he's going to get himself a hit today. And if I should play Miguel Rojas, you know how I would play him? I would do him an over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I'm expecting him to get a hit. I'm expecting the Dodgers to have a great day. He plays in the bottom of the order. Maybe he can get an RBI if we're expecting the Dodgers to kind of have the kind of production that we think they are. Or because he's in the bottom of the lineup, he normally hits 8th. Now you're going to get Mookie Betts behind him and Freddie Freeman and Max Muncy, all these guys that really rake and do really good versus left-handers. And then obviously he can score a run, and that's how you get over 1.5 hits, walks, and RBI. So I like Rojas a lot today. So which of those 4 guys do you think I'm using on MLB Beat the Street? Do you think I'm using Trey Turner, Christian Walker, Shohei Ohtani, or Miguel Rojas? Are you still streaking at 5.6 million? You know there's a guy that's at 42 right now? There's a guy, and you better not be rooting against him. I've been playing for 10 years. It's a tough game. Let's be cool and don't root against that guy because it'd be kind of cool to see somebody win that. But, all right, let's see if I can't take a couple steps closer and see if I can't. I think I'm at a 7 now. I'm either at a 6 or a 7. So I guess I'd be at a 7 or a 8. See how it goes, or whatever the hell that'd be. All right, 6th inning. I'd like to give you guys my NRFI of the day. NRFI of the day. I was really torn between a NRFI and a nrsi in this game. Giants Pirates. Giants Pirates. Alex Wood versus Mitch Keller. Let's just focus on the NRFI here for a second. NRFI, the Giants are NRFIing in 67% of their games. The Pirates are NRFIing 70% in their games. That's pretty good. Alex Wood has a 190 opponent's batting average in the first inning. That's pretty good. A 1.17 whip, and he's got 7 Ks and 6 starts, so all things we look for. Mitch Keller's a touch worse. His opponent's batting average is 256. That kind of gets, a little scary. A 1.36 whip, but he's got 15 Ks and 11 starts. So able to wiggle out of trouble is he. These teams score more in the second inning, but the pitchers are better in the second inning. Pirates are struggling versus left-handers. Boy, did we nail that analysis yesterday. Remember during Rapid Fire, we did a quick check and see if Sean Manaea had pitched recently, and we predicted he was going to be the second pitcher in the game. We predicted he was going to be lights out whenever he got in the game. My man threw 4 innings of shutout ball. Yeah, well, Giants are throwing another left-hander on the mound today in Alex Wood. I think the Pirates are going to struggle. They still can't hit left-handers. And it was evident again last night. Giants are decent versus right-handers, about middle of the pack right now versus right-handers. But I think the best nrsi is Pirates, Giants. The NRFI is about minus 120, and the nrsi was about call it minus 140 across the various sports books. So I don't know if I can quite bet that one, but I do think that's the best nrsi of the day. All right, 7th inning, coming to a stretch. We like to give you guys our best bet on the board. Hit yesterday's best bet with that Marlins F5 money line. That one felt really good. Nailed that analysis to a T yesterday. Told you guys to avoid that shitty Marlins bullpen because thought that they would come in and blow that game. That was spot on right there because that's exactly what happened. I'm going back to this game, though, for my best bet again today. Marlins, Padres. What about an F5 over? 4.5 runs at even money. You get Blake Snell and Braxton Garrett on the mound. Those are 2 pitchers we know. We all, that's painful. I don't even know if I can say it. We all remember last Thursday, Braxton Garrett. We all remember what he did to us. Man can't throw a strike to save his ass. At least first pitch strike. Can't throw a first pitch strike to save his ass. That's for damn sure. And Blake Snell, just classic. I mean, you saw last start was like just a perfect mirage of what this guy is. Could strike out the side at any moment, and that's how he did end his outing by striking out the side there in the 5th inning to actually go over his K number. We always talk about that. That's what the guy's going to do. Strike out a ton, going to draw some walks, and going to give up a lot of power. Well, 2 offenses right now, they're doing great versus left-handers. Remember, that's why the handiness matters. We didn't want the Padres yesterday. We wanted the Marlins because Marlins crushed left-handers. Padres couldn't hit right-handers. Well, the Marlins are still hitting left-handers, as evident as what they did yesterday, going up against Ryan Weathers. But now the Padres, they also hit left-handers. That's why we want to focus on both of these teams. These teams' batting average versus left-handers is 329 and 278. On base is 375 and 366. The slugging is 510 and 556. The OPS is 885 and 921. And the weighted runs created is 143 and 155. I mean, 2 teams that are just absolutely crushing it. And the F5 over hit yesterday, and that was the Padres against a right-hander. We didn't even think they were going to have much success. They were going to scrape off a couple runs. They get a couple runs off Sandy Alcantara with those terrible right-handed hitting numbers. Boy, they should do some damage today off Braxton Garrett with the way they hit left-handers. And then I'm definitely expecting the Marlins to chip in with more than a couple. This feels like it could be like a 4-4, like a 5-4 game after 5 innings. I think there's going to be runs. 2 really good offenses versus left-handers. Getting this bet at even money, sign me up for a no-brainer best bet of the day. Just an absolute no-brainer. So that's how we'll do it there. 8th inning double play. I'd like to give you guys a parlay. Parlay, baby. I'm going to go back to that Pirates-Giants under 8. Nailed that game yesterday. Thought it was going to go under. That being said, I did think the Giants were going to pull it out, but the Pirates pulled it out 2-1. It's an unders. Whenever you're on unders, anybody can, a game's going to be close, right? You're predicting an under. So I think the under is going to hit again today. And I do like Rays money line. Rays are doing really good right now against left-handers. They're getting Justin Steele. Saw what he did against the Reds. I think he is a good pitcher, but you can see it with the Reds that if you can hit left-handed pitching, you can hit Justin Steele. And the Rays are good versus left-handers. I like them today. And the Cubs are the second worst batting average versus right-handers. And Zach Eflin, he's been tough this year on teams. So I think the Rays will get it done. So I would do a Rays money line, and I would do a Pirates-Giants under 8. Remember that Giants bullpen. Top 3 right now in MLB. Really sticking good bullpen. Alex Wood will probably go 5 strong. I think he'll go really good. He'll probably give up like 1 run in 5 innings. I think that game's going to go ahead and soar under. So with that being said, let's go ahead and throw these bets up on the screen, the ones that I've officially had enough confidence in betting, and then let's talk some rapid fire. Actually, before we do rapid fire, let me hop in the comment section. I'll throw my bets on the screen, and then I'll hop in the comment section. Let me throw these up. What's going on, fellas? Let's have ourselves another day. Let's get these on up. Yeah. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Appreciate you guys hanging out. You guys make this. I've been seeing the comments roll by in my peripheral. Can't wait to read them and see what you guys are on today. All right, there we go. That's how I'm going to roll today. Yankees money line. Get another look at that. See if the public keeps helping us out. Still plus 120. That one, strong. Very strong consideration to add Yankees money line. We'll see. No reason to jump on into it. All right, let's roll back up here. And let's catch some comments, and then let's do rapid fire. Peekaboo. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't even know how that banner got shrunk. Do you like the Rays today? Just answered that question there, Jared. Yeah, I do. You can't ignore what they're doing versus left-handers, and you can't ignore the Cubs' struggles right now. Second worst batting average versus right-handers. Yeah, like the Rays today. Like them to get it done. Nope, no squirrel to date. No squirrel today. Plus the Yankees have an off day tomorrow. Okay, that means something. That means something. You could throw all the high leverage guys and just burn through them. You know what I mean? Like if a guy has a little bit of a hiccup, just burn through him. Or if Clark Schmidt has a little bit of a hiccup, go right to the bullpen early. As top 3 bullpen, Boone ain't scared. Boone loves him a bullpen, and he's got a good one. They always have a good bullpen. Now some people say he mismanages it, uses it too much. It's stinking good. Stinking good. So, didn't know that. I don't quite look at that kind of stuff when I handicap, but that's a great piece of information there, Corey. Answered that question. Yeah, that can be, all right, sorry. I'm sure he bet the A's the past few days for big wins. No. You heard him, Ryan, yesterday. He was chicken shit. Quite frankly. He was chicken shit. He didn't bet the Athletics. He talked about it. Obviously, there's value on the Athletics and what have you, but I don't think he bet it. He sent me all of his bets yesterday. I don't remember seeing the Athletics on there. Let me see. I'm almost certain he didn't have the Athletics on there. No, that was his card yesterday. He had Tigers money line. That didn't hit. Phillies money line. That didn't hit. I think the Cubs won. Cubs beat the Rays. He had the over. Yeah, he didn't have it. Chicken shit. Even he knows the stats are good for the Braves to win. He can't bet that shit. He didn't bet it. He didn't bet it. Even he's chicken shit. All right, let's do a little rapid fire. I think rapid fire will be good. I always like rapid fire. Hope you guys do too. Let's jump into it. See what we got. All right. Rangers and Tigers. Over under of 9. Rangers minus 165. Tigers at plus 140. This one's pretty straightforward. It's definitely Rangers. Rangers could hit this overall on their own. With going up against Joey Wentz, I'll go over 9. I like what the Rangers are doing versus left-handers. It wasn't like, obviously, put it on your card, smoking left-handed pitching, but Wentz is so goddamn bad. I'll take over 9. And 2 overall struggling bullpens, right? Remember, yesterday I was on the over from a lean perspective in rapid fire. That over hit. Did it hit through the first 5 innings? I mean, there's just runs galore in that game. Bullpens are terrible right now. Give me over 9. Angels and White Sox, over-under of 9.5. Angels plus 125. White Sox minus 145. White Sox, I assume they got it done and held on to that lead. That was predictable. We hit that nice cash yesterday with Anderson under 4.5 Ks. The Angels, I think Barry is a bullpen guy from when I looked him up. I'll go over. I'll just go over. I ain't trying to predict the winner in that game. Rays and Cubs, over under of 8.5. Rays minus 140. Cubs plus 120. Rays. Hard to ignore the advantages they're going to have from hitting. You don't get many bullpen advantages, but again, the Rays bullpen's numbers are a little misleading. They've used a lot of openers lately, a ton of openers lately, so that's why their numbers don't look all that great. Games are still low scoring. I do like the Rays, so I'm going to stick to Rays money line. Guardians and Orioles, didn't handicap this game. I'm showing right now. I still don't show an Orioles starter. So it was hard. Orioles aren't great versus right-handers, but I do expect them to still have success against Shane Bieber's. His K per 9 numbers are way down. I thought about maybe taking his under, but the sports books, they even like the under so much that they dropped the number to 4.5. So they made that a little tough. Over-under of 8.5. Guardians minus 120. Orioles even money. Again, I don't know who the Orioles starter is, so really hard to do that game. Braves and Athletics, over-under of 9. Braves minus 230. Athletics plus 195. You don't have the great hitting advantages, I'll say, in this game because the Athletics hit left-handers better. Braves are throwing a left-hander. And the Braves aren't as good hitting right-handers as good as they are hitting left-handers. Still get the bullpen advantage, of course, with the Braves. Is this to avoid a sweep? This has got to avoid us. No way the Braves are getting swept by the Athletics, are they? I mean, they still have the advantages. Even with the Athletics hitting left-handers better, it's not like great. It's like I think it was 231 if I recall. I'll go Braves, but clearly that's a series that, you really shouldn't be betting these big favorites to begin with. But yeah, I'll go Braves. Pirates and Giants, over under of 8. Pirates even money. Giants minus 120. Giants on the money line, under 8. Giants money line under 8. Nationals Dodgers, over under 9.5. Nationals plus 195. Dodgers minus 230. I expect the Nationals to do something off Syndergaard, so I think it's an easy pull for the over here. Nationals bullpen is still struggling, so you expect the Dodgers to be into those bad arms after they rock Corbin and then face a weak bullpen there for the Nationals. Over 9.5 for me. Padres and Marlins, over under of 8.5. Padres minus 120. Marlins are at even money. I'll take the Padres today. You figure Hader and the boys can get this one done, but easy over 8.5. Easy over 8.5. Brewers and Blue Jays, over under of 10. Brewers plus 135. Blue Jays minus 155. Number one offense right now versus right-handers is still those Blue Jays. And they crushed them yesterday. Adrian Hauser didn't do much. Alek Manoah has been god-awful, though. Man, he's been bad. Over 10. Still like the Blue Jays getting it done. They still have the bullpen advantage, so I'll take Blue Jays money line and over 10. Reds and Red Sox, over under of 10.5. Reds are up to plus 145. It's coming back. Red Sox minus 170. I don't see it. I don't see why I don't see why the money's coming in on the Red Sox and making the Reds become a bigger dog. They still got the bullpen advantage. Crushing left-handed pitching. Boston's, I think they were bottom 10 or just average versus right-handers? It was one of the two. They weren't like great. Yeah, they're 18th. They're only hitting 233. Take the Reds again today. Phillies and Mets, over under of 8.5. Phillies minus 125. Mets are coming in at plus 105. Take the Mets, and Carlos Carrasco has always been better at home. Phillies are struggling right now versus right-handers. I don't care that Aaron Nola's on the mound. I'll take the Mets. They can get it done, another close game. Got it done yesterday. I think it was 2-0, if I recall. I like the Mets again today. Twins and Astros over under of 8. Twins plus 155. Astros minus 180. Interesting game here. Let me look up one thing real quick, actually. Just take a half second. Yeah, I'm going to go Twins, money line, plus 155. They've got the bullpen edge. Maybe the familiarity with Brown will have them more successful, and Varland has never faced these Astros, so I'll go Twins at plus 155. Yankees and Mariners, over-under of 7.5. Yankees plus 120, Mariners minus 140. I expect this game to go over the 7.5. I don't understand that number with Clark Schmidt and George Kirby on the mound. Yankees are crushing. Maybe it's because of the Yankees bullpen and because when they do enter the game, they keep games low scoring. But before that, you could be damn near already cashing the over. So obviously I like the Yankees. They're my dog of the day. And then the last game here is the Rockies and Diamondbacks with an over-under of 10. Plus 140 for the Rockies. Minus 165 for the Diamondbacks. Two left-handers on the mound. The Diamondbacks edge out better. They hit left-handers better. They've got a better bullpen. Henry versus Lamet. There's no goddamn advantage right there. But I'll take the better bullpen. I'll take the better offense. So I'll just say Diamondbacks. Let's go Diamondbacks run line. I think the money line was minus 165. So, could be a parlay piece. Could be a parlay piece. All right, that's how we're doing it, fellas. Marlins and Padres, F5 over 4.5. That one's going to be your best bet of the day. Dodgers F5 team total over 3.5 at plus 110. See if they can't get to Patrick Corbin early and often. And then the Reds F5 team total over 1.5 at minus 150. You got Francisco asking about the Roma game. Talked about that one a little bit earlier. If you're unaware there, Francisco, about 20 minutes before payoff pitch, call it 10:40 a.m. Eastern time. We kind of get on here, we bullshit, we kind of remember the highs and lows of the previous day, and then we use that to talk about soccer. So we talked about this match. It's an unders. I like the draw. Under 2.5 goals is minus 255, which is quite comical, but yeah, I mean, certainly an under. I like the draw, and I like under on corners too. Is probably the next best angle. I would take under 9.5 corners, but it's a coin flip game. I think one team is plus 185 on the money line. I think the other one's like plus 175. It feels like a true, coin flip. And these teams, Roma, Sevilla, so yeah. Give me an unders, give me a draw, and give me an under on corners, but I didn't bet it, Francisco. Everything was kind of too juicy for my liking, so I don't even know if I'll watch it. That's how much of a boring game I kind of expect it to be. So, yeah. I think the next soccer bet I'll put in is going to be the FA Cup final on Saturday or whenever June 3rd is between Manchester versus Manchester. That'll probably be my next soccer bet is the FA Cup final. And that'll probably come out tomorrow or Friday. I will need to see lineups for that. You know the line. This is a cup final. It's A squad against A squad. So just need to look at the odds, which is something I haven't done. So got an idea of how I think it'll unfold based on season-long data, based on they've already played each other twice so far, obviously in the Premier League. So just need to look at the odds and see what works. All good, man. It's all good. All good. I wish I just woke up. My son kept me up all night. He kept me up all night. I'm pretty tired. Taking Roma, yeah, man. Best of luck. I mean, yeah, best of luck. It feels, yeah. That's gonna be an interesting game. Let you know if I'll watch it. So, all right, fellas, that's how we're doing. Let's see if we can continue. Yesterday's good day, plus 3.61 units. Had a lot of fun with you guys, meeting up all day at the cash counter. Started early and just kept on being there. That's why I like multiple trips to the cash counter. May only get there 3 times a day, but I'd love to shake your hands every single time. So lock these bets in. Come on back for tomorrow. Thursday's episode here of the Payoff Pitch should certainly have the Hockey Squirrel back. So we'll see what he's got. We'll see what I've got, and then we'll give it a go. All right, fellas, enjoy your day. Appreciate the hang. We'll catch up with you guys later. It's cash.